Welcome to Soul Infused Summer. Today is day number 4. Whoop whoop. I'm so excited that you're here for another day. And if you are here for the first time or if you don't know me and my work yet, my name is Sonia Bona de la Torre. And I'm here to help you to let go of your limitations, to love and trust yourself, so that you can go out and shine bright as the soul that you are and create the freedom and joy that you truly desire. And today it's about one of the most, and if not the number one most important tool to shift your energy, the most important inner work tool. So if you're here live right now, or if you're on the replay, leave me a comment, say hello, join and let me know where you're watching from, where you're joining in from, and I'm gonna get started in just a minute. Happy Thursday, Alyssa. Same to you, Alyssa. Welcome to the show live. And you know what, guys, I apologize because yesterday, and I did a little extra video, but in case you haven't seen it, so you know that there's a contest running that you can win a private one-on-one energy balancing session with me. That's a super special prize. You cannot even book that in any way. It's worth $500. And every day you get a task to do, like leave a comment with a specific word, or you don't know what's coming yet. So you have the chance to win that if you are watching every single one live or on the replay. I've decided to incentivize 2 people actually, so I want to be generous. So regardless if you're joining everyday live or on the replay, even though I must say, if you do join everyday live, and I know that obviously, and I keep track on things, you're gonna have a little bit of a special thing extra. Okay, so why I'm saying this, make sure that if you want to continue the contest, or if you want to even only get started, to watch every single training video. And the task for yesterday, I completely forgot to say that on the video. So if you have not done it yet, you want to go back to day number 3 and leave a comment with the word freedom. But don't do that now, do it after this episode. You want to be laser focused. You want to let go of any distractions that you have. You want to be super present and fully present. Make yourself important enough that you take the next 20 minutes for your own personal health and being, and to shine bright this summer. Okay? If you have any questions about that, leave me a comment. Just gonna take a few seconds to say hello to people who are here. Who is here? Leah, Alyssa, Florian, Tine, Dolene. Yes, hello, hello, hello. From Indonesia, Denmark, California, Chicago. Yes, let me know where you're joining in. Isn't that amazing? So many people from all over the world sharing the same vision, having us like-minded people. It's just beautiful. And I want to share a story real quick about what you can experience when you do actually go in and you go through the work, you go through the layers of the stuff. You know, when I say you can't bypass the shit. And I spoke about that very much in detail yesterday. And if you have not watched that, I would definitely recommend go back and watching it. So in 2011, and funny enough, I'm in the same place where that happened. I live in the Dominican Republic at the moment. And in 2011, I was here on a vacation just for a week. And I was sitting in my apartment in the morning on my meditation cushion on my bed, and I was meditating. So while I was meditating and doing my thing, at some point I, for lack of better words, came, whatever you want to call it, the words poem for the soul. So it was just there, and I was like, okay, you know. And then also, for lack of better words, because this is so beyond everything, that I got the message, get up and write. And I was sitting there and I didn't even take it serious. I thought, yeah, whatever. I have to laugh about it now, right? So I didn't get up and write, right? So I was sitting there and it was coming up again. It's like, get up and write. And at some point I was like, okay, you know, like it never happened to me before. I didn't even know what that meant. So I got up, I sat down on my desk, and I started to write. And it was not me or my personality or a desire that I had or whatever to write. I wrote something that was given to me from my higher self, from a higher place. And I wrote a beautiful poem called Poem for the Soul. And just for those who think, oh, this is not a big deal. So first of all, I don't like poems, right? So it was never something that I was interested in. I didn't want to write a poem. Number two, English is not even my first language. So writing a poem in English was even more ridiculous. Right? So it was just really, wow, what is happening? And why I'm sharing this with you. First of all, it was one of the most incredible experiences of being connected with the true essence of your being. I didn't even know I had that gift, right? So, and it happened also, why? Because I allowed myself, and I did for a lot of years, the work, you know, like I really went deep in through that stuff. Let me, I painted it here for you, just if you haven't been here yesterday, super real quick, don't want to go too long into it. But, you know, when I shared yesterday the essence of your being and all the stuff that happens to us in the past that we get to clear and heal. So in a sense, is when you do that, when you face this, you dare to go in and you heal and you clear and you get deeper and deeper and you open up that space so that energy can flow again and you can connect up to your higher self, to your purpose, to the essence of your being. Such openings can happen. And I'm not saying that this is what needs to happen for everyone, because it happens for everyone in a different way. But for me, that was so powerful. And here's the most beautiful thing about it. And that's what you want to experience when you love yourself, when you trust yourself, when you know who you are, when you feel connected and you don't care about what anybody else says. Once I finished the poem and I was done, first I couldn't really believe it that I wrote that. And then I went out, just walk for a walk, and the most beautiful feeling I had that no matter what came out of it, no matter what anyone would think about this poem, I knew it was beautiful. I loved it. I knew it was so special. And that moment, that was such an incredible moment of being so, I don't find the words, you know? So it's just, you know, sometimes it's beyond words. And I'm happy to share that poem with you if you like, so that you get a glimpse of it. Some of you might know it already. I actually wrote a book about those poems because it was not the only day that happened. It continued for a couple of days. So this is just one example of what's possible when you do the inner work, when you really go through and penetrate the layers that are keeping you from actually being in the essence and connecting to yourself, to love yourself, to be who you are and connecting with your gifts, right? So, and some of you might know that. I want to say hello to a few other people: Annette, Linda, Fiona, Valerie, Amber. This is channeling from the higher source, your poem. Yeah, absolutely. That came from, and it comes from me, but from a totally different aspect, not from my personality. Please share. Okay, Carrie. Well, I'm going to share this poem. I'm going to read it to you. And what you can do, regardless if you like poems or not, you know, it carries a different frequency because it is channeled from a higher place. So I invite you, before I even read it, to take a nice deep breath. And if you're not driving at the moment, close your eyes, drop in, relax, be fully present, and listen to the words. And maybe you want to even experiment to tap into the energy, to the frequency of this poem. And this poem is for the soul. This poem is from the soul. And this poem is for you because you are a soul. So here it goes. Poem for the soul. You always have been, you always will be, unfolding the light, love, and creativity. Beautiful, magnificent, eternal, and bright. That is you. That is your kind. Transforming and loving, that's what you are. Amazingly gracious, most giving by far. You are here to support me wherever I go. I trust and surrender. I trust and let go. I am part of this being, this living divine, although I have doubted it most of my life. I know that you're here for me also at night, knowing that all of us have one of this kind. You love me, you guide me, you know it is good. You give me perspective like no one else could. You bring light when it's dark and you knock on my door. I know you are here, even if I'm down on the floor. You are me, I am you, and I always will be. I thank you, my soul. You remind me of me. I am love, I am light, a reflection of you. It's an honor to be in this world here with you. You are the greatest of gifts, and I want you to know I am grateful for this and for all that it's for. I am humble and touched and tremendously wise, and for me to admit is the greatest advice. You are me, and I thank you for you and for letting me be. Such a beautiful energy. Thank you for being here with me, present, and allowing me to share this beautiful energy with you. If you liked it, click the like button or the heart button. That's so beautiful. Okay, good. So, having said and shared all of that, what is the most important tool? And I want to say right away for those who know this already, and if you catch yourself thinking, oh, I know this already, oh, I'm doing this already, just if you catch your mind thinking that, be aware, take a breath, and let yourself be open to receive on a deeper level. Deal? Lovely, I got tingles, yes, goosebumps. So beautiful, yes, it's so beautiful. It's the energy, you know? It's the essence of the being as who we are. So, and you have that in you too, in your own way. So that's why the inner work is so important, because it connects you with that beautiful essence of your being. And when you connect with that essence, you cannot not love yourself, because how can you not love this? You know, it's so powerful. And it does not happen overnight, it's hard work. Okay, so obviously for those who've been working with me for a while and have been following me, you know that I'm a huge advocate of meditation. And I want to dive a little bit deeper into that. The number one tool that you need to know that's shifting your energy the most is meditation. However, I want to add to it that when I speak about meditation, I do mean an energy-based meditation that incorporates all the 4 directions and energy movements in order to connect and to have the results. So I would say any meditation is valuable. Any type of meditation that works for you is great for you. So it's not maybe for everyone. However, there's a big big difference on the types of meditation. So, and I want to share that it's so powerful. I see it within myself, but also with my clients, that for them it's like I sound like a broken record. And some of them are here watching right now. It's like, meditate, yeah, again, yeah, I heard it 100 times. Yeah, I know, so you get to hear it again. Why? Because you need that support to get there, because we resist it for different reasons. Okay, so the number one tool, the number one inner work tool, that's one of the most powerful tools you can have and do in your life, is meditation, an energy-based meditation using the in, up, down, out in some way, or even only the vertical flow, the up and down, okay? And let me show you something real quick to make some people who come to me who want to meditate say, it's hard, it doesn't work for me. So if you've ever said something like this, oh my God, Sonia, I want to meditate, but I just can't do it, or it's hard, I can't shut off my mind, and it's not working for me. You are not alone, and it's not the truth. It's just you haven't found the way yet to penetrate the layers that are uncomfortable, or you haven't been consistent enough, or you just haven't found the right way for you. So there's no such thing that meditation doesn't work for you. It definitely works for you if you want to do it. It's my biggest recommendation. Meditation is the tool that supports your journey, your healing journey the most, from something that you can do yourself. A lot of the inner work that to really heal your wounds and the patterns and the fears, you often or most of the time need support with that, because we can't go in by ourselves. But meditation you can really incorporate in your daily life yourself. Make sense, right? Okay. And if you have questions, leave them below. Leave a comment in just a few minutes. I'm going to go through them and answer them for you. For those who have the question, why is meditation so hard or so uncomfortable, or there's really a misconception out in the world that meditation is you sit down, quiet, silence, and your mind is off, you don't have any thoughts, and everything is blissful, and you are in a state of wonderful awareness and consciousness right away. So that's not true. Obviously, otherwise everybody would meditate and we would heal the planet by now already, right? And often people judge themselves for it. So I want you to know that it's about understanding, about staying consistent, and finding a practice and a support that supports your own journey. And our mind never shuts off. Like the mind, the job of the mind is to think. So it's not about sitting in silence and not thinking. It's about where you focus your awareness, and then at some point you can even go beyond the mind. That's where you go beyond the mind, and the thoughts, you're not the prisoner of your thoughts, but the thoughts are still going on. The same as your heart's still beating, your lungs are still in and out when you're breathing, like everything else is still functioning as well as your mind. So don't judge it, see it as it is, and use it and go beyond the mind. Does that make sense, guys? I hope so. So when you start to meditate and you want to go in and you want to have that inner peace, that silence, that blissful state you've heard about so many times, well, guess what? What is the first layer you hit? Is this. Is the noise. So the first layer you hit when you start stopping from focusing to the outside and you go inside, and you go inside, you don't reach the essence right away. You hit your shit. You hit your stuff. That's why it's so important to identify your core issues. Your core, I love the word, identify your core shit. So, but do you understand that when you go in, the first layer is uncomfortable because you hit the density of the emotions, the density of the patterns and the beliefs. So you get to keep going and have a practice and a type of meditation that allows you to penetrate through it. And you go deeper in, and you allow this to be. Allow this to be. Another incredible and super important inner work tool. Sounds simple, it's really not easy, however, it's one of the most important and most powerful tools, is the concept and the being with what is. Holding space with whatever is there. So what we usually do is we resist and fight. Fear, anger, when we get triggered, we judge ourselves, we don't want to have it, we try to deny, we avoid it at all costs, totally unconscious often, Any type of numbing ourselves, says it for food, smoke, alcohol, whatever, any distraction, TV, is to not face the pain. So we resist it, we judge it. And the more we do that, the bigger it grows and the more uncomfortable it is and the more difficult it is to go actually in. So you want to breathe. You want to hold the space and accept and embrace and look at what's in there. Acknowledge, take responsibility, face it, Be with it. Learn to be with the discomfort, because through that, you go deeper, deeper, and you get to this place where you feel a presence, where you feel centered, where you feel calm. And from that place then, once you've penetrated, you come to a more centered and more grounded place, then you go up with your energy. Again, it's very difficult to go from here directly up here because this is too loud. The noise is too much. It's gonna drag you down. And some of you've been working with me, you know that. If this resonates with you and you have that experience that it was really through the work helping you to reach up, share it here in the comment section. And I wanna give you one example. Just 2 days ago, I had a session with my client in Germany, and she was dealing with an issue in her relationship, and a fear came up of being alone. So the question was, you know, like, am I going to separate or not? But what was triggering for her was the fear of being alone. So what I did with her is I helped her to let that fear come up, away from the distractions, and to be with it and hold the space for it. And her whole system wanted to resist it. She went to the mind, she did this and that, so I guided her lovingly back into that place so that she could really be with it, breathe through it, allow it to really come up energetically and also from a subconscious level. And once she allowed it, it was hard work, like it was like you wrestle with that resistance. And then she came to a place where she felt so calm. She felt so clear. And I connected her also to her higher, that at some point she was very clear, this is not about me leaving him or not, or the relationship or not. This is about me healing this fear of being alone and taking care of that place of wounding. So it made a huge difference for her. Hope that helps. Okay, good. So I'm going to take a few minutes now to answer your questions. If you have questions, let me go through here real quick. Loving it. Hello, hello. Wow, amazing. Tears of gratitude. So powerful. Thank you, darling. Alyssa. Okay. In your self-love meditation, you say this: loving yourself is being with whatever is there. That's where it sunk in for me. I've learned that when I relax into it with meditation, and that helps to go deeper. Yeah, beautiful, Azia. Thank you for sharing. And Alyssa is such a great example. She's a client of mine. Love her. The transformation that she went through is just incredible, and it's really not an easy journey. So I always really celebrate my clients that dare to go deep and to face the stuff so that they can rise above the stuff in order to really live that joyful life. So, and it's a continuous process, and it gets lighter and lighter. Beautiful, Alyssa. Thank you for sharing. Do you have any questions? Everybody is just in bliss and happy and loves themselves. Life is beautiful. Okay, love it. I like to think of embrace it, all my thoughts, fears, emotions. Yes. Any other questions? Exercises for an empath to strengthen boundaries. Exercises for an empath to strengthen boundaries. Yeah. Amber, great question. I'm going to talk about boundaries next week. It's a huge topic, and I love it. It's one of my favorite topics to talk about. So I'm not going to go into it too much in detail. However, regardless, the first thing for any empath, because I've been there myself, and sometimes we have that conception, oh, you know, it's just who we are, we have to handle it, and, you know, it's just something that's we have to live with. You can, no matter how sensitive you are, no matter how an empath you are, you can totally set healthy boundaries and protect your field in a way that you are still present with people and yet you don't take their stuff in. I'm highly sensitive and I'm an empath myself, and I would not be able to do the work that I do if I would not be able to set those clear boundaries. So the one thing I would recommend, Amber, for you and anyone else, first of all, stay on it, because I will talk about it way more in detail. And then one thing that you can always do is, when you feel yourself that you are not strong in your boundaries, you take a breath and you focus on being centered in your core. And you want to imagine a ring pass knot. We call it a ring pass knot. It's not like a boundary that protects you from the outside. A ring pass knot is where you contain your own energy so that you're not leaking, that you are not losing yourself. So you want to create a ring pass knot where you contain your energy to be protected. Okay, hope this helps. Let me know. Questions are coming in. So if I'm not able to answer all the questions, I will go back and answer them for you later. Where is the self-love meditation saved? On Facebook? Okay, a great question. The self-love meditation, you can get that meditation if you go to mygiftoflove.net. You can sign up for it for free. You can download it for free. Or send me a message if you have any trouble with that, and I send you the link. It's called mygiftoflove.net, and the meditation is called My Gift of Love. It's a beautiful guided meditation that is channeled as well and really helps you support this energy flow that I've been talking about. Florian says, I write down what I experience during my meditations. Great. And Carrie is saying, and how do I know if the meditation I'm doing is energetic? I love that question. You make it. I mean, everything is energy. So the answer right now is like everything is energy. So everything you do has an energy component. The question is, are you aware of it or not? And are you consciously shifting it? So you asking the question shows that you are not maybe doing it yet. However, don't worry about it. It's not so much about doing it perfect or the right way, because there's no wrong way to meditate. There's just no wrong way to meditate, and there's no wrong or bad meditation. So I would say don't even worry about it, and use what you've learned here over the couple of days and in the next week to incorporate that in whatever meditation you do, or do the self-love meditation, because it will help you to go into that flow. I hope that helps. Fiona has another question. What does take care of it mean? When you refer to the emotion that comes up during the meditation, how do you take care of it? Great question. I love your question, guys. Taking care of it means, number one, you first let it actually be there. Usually we fight or resist it. Like, for example, you sit down in meditation, you want to go into a certain state, you go in and you notice you're angry, or you hit a layer of sadness or resistance or whatever is there. First of all, you want to breathe through it, you want to acknowledge it, and you want to take responsibility that it's yours. Because often we go into, oh, I'm angry at my husband because he did this and that. Or I'm angry at my girlfriend, or I'm angry at my dog, or whatever it is. So taking care of it means first you look at it, you take responsibility, and you hold the space, and you let it really be there. And then the deeper work of taking care of it is go deeper and see, okay, where is this coming from? What's the underlying vulnerability or wound, and why is it triggered? So you work through it in order to heal it. Does that answer your question, Fiona? Let me know. Amanda is saying, I'm missing my meditation as hay fever keeps popping up, marking his knees. Yeah, I totally hear you, Amanda, and yet don't let that be an excuse. Don't ever let your mind come up with an excuse. We're sick, no time, no this. Hey, I suffered from hay fever severely when I was living in Germany, so I totally get it. And then just keep doing it anyway. And even if it's a less of a comfortable experience, the consistency is still important, even if you just do it for a minute. Okay? Okay, good. I'm gonna wrap it up for now here. Thank you for being here. If you have any more questions, or if you're here on the replay, I nearly forgot again what you get to do today to keep on the contest. What's going on here? Okay, so today is day number 4. If you've been in the contest or want to join the contest and go back to the other days, today in your comment section, or in the comment section, you write the word meditation. Only the word meditation, leave a comment, and you're still in the contest, okay? Or you're joining the contest and then you catch up on the weekend. And tomorrow, join tomorrow. Tomorrow it's about really raising the vibration, what it means to go up, to connect, and how to shift your energy in order to shift into a higher vibration of being. It's going to be beautiful. So join us and bring a friend. Share this if this was valuable. Let more people know about it. The more we raise the energy within us, the more we impact the world. The more people do that, the more we impact the world, and therefore we can really create a soul-infused planet together. I love you. I appreciate you. I see you tomorrow. And leave a comment below with the word meditation if you still want to be in the contest. Much love.